Now, at the start of each and every year, the great cultural event that is Summer Nats, it is held at the Canberra Showgrounds. Just up the road from there is a lovely little caravan park, and just next to each other, I think it's lot 17 and 18, you'll have two people who just get along all the time. Every time there's a sitting week, Linda Scott's in one of those little caravans, James Ashby's in the other. They get together, have some marshmallows at night. That's where you can find them. Apologies to whoever's actually in 17 and 18 in that caravan park. Linda Scott, James Ashby, lovely to see you.
We don't get along at all, but I have been to Summer Nats, I want to say, and it's a good event in Canberra. It's great for the local Canberra economy. It's a good event. I praise it highly.
We get along. You get along. You find a way. All right. So, James, the past week and the conversations in and around immigration, also maybe you want to respond to what Cos had to say as well. But it is interesting where, again, you have these people sort of out and about riding, everyone who was marching on the weekend had no idea and there's no actual problem. But then, as I just showed, an overall change in population over the past 30 and then the prediction of the next 30. And even, Linda, you would agree that at the local council level, the ability for us to keep up with the size of populations means we don't have enough money to have the childcare to fix the potholes. And in many ways, that does fire some people up. So let's move on from the conversation about rallies and all the rest of it to that wider issue, because it's not going to go away, is it, James? Where if the government says, oh, well, just the same as last year, it's not, the issue of frustration will not go away.
And this is the big thing. Like, I participated in the march in Yeppoon on Sunday. It was really well attended. I was surprised. For a small town, we had somewhere between 700 people and 1,000. And side by side, there were people of all different nationalities. One in particular is my good mate Mario, who runs the Roslyn Bay Ampol Servo. And it wasn't just him. He's from Argentina. He came here 30-odd years ago. It was his brother, or two brothers, Henry and Georgie. And then we had other people from migrant backgrounds as well. It's not that the people in these rallies are against people coming to this country. It's about the volume of people coming and the disadvantage in which those volumes are causing the majority of us who already live here. And that's not through the fault of those people coming here. It's the fault of governments. And this was a wake-up call to every government. I know that we have elections every 3 years, but sometimes politicians need a reminder mid-term or the start of their term, hey, we are the majority of people and we have had enough. We're tired of waiting in extremely long queues when it comes to hospital wait time, even nursing homes. We are witnessing and feeling the effects of bumper-to-bumper traffic in our cities and across even towns like I grew up on the Sunshine Coast. I wouldn't move back there for dead, Paul, because it is so overpopulated to what I remember as a kid. And I'm only 46, so I'm only talking 25 years ago that I remember it being that happy little holiday village that people from Brisbane used to go to. Otherwise, these places weren't overpopulated. We are by and far overpopulated as a country, and we're just simply trying to say through these marches to politicians, wake up, listen to people, stop calling us racist, stop calling us bigots, because we're calling for a massive ease up on mass migration.
Well, I'm looking forward to spending Christmas with family at Peregian Springs on the sunny coast in summer, so I'll report back about how it has changed to you then. Linda, so OK, let's imagine we tax the rich, halve every billionaire's bank account, we had enough money to fix every one of the infrastructure elements that James just talked about. Does the problem go away then?
Look, there's so many things to say, but I think at the start we can say that James and I are just never going to agree on this. This conflation with the idea that people arriving here in Australia from overseas, moving here to work and live, is the same kind of primary driver of the thing that is pushing up difficulties in housing affordability. These things are just related but not causal. Actually, what's causing our population changes is primarily the rate at which people are giving birth, and in particular, in some places, the rate in which internal migration is happening. For example, the rate of which Victorians and people from New South Wales are moving to Queensland. That is causing infrastructure pressures, but it's not from overseas migration primarily, it's from internal migration.
No, that's not true.
It is true, James.
You only have to have a look at which
James,
the numbers that the government are allowing in, up to over 700,000 people. You're ignoring this fact, Linda.
James, you've had to go.
700,000, then you drop it back to 600,000. It's far too many, and then you've got 1 million international students in the country as well.
Net migration is falling, James, and we need people with skills to come and do so many of our really critical jobs.
We also need to get the odd 800,000, 900,000 people off long-term unemployment in this country. Then you might create a lessening of the people required to come into this country to fill those service industry jobs.
James, here's what I want to say about this. You knew that neo-Nazis were going to march on the weekend, and you
that's
still
a lie.
marched.
See, this is the hatred
that
you guys from Labor
going to march on the weekend, and
this is what turns people off. And this is why Labor are only polling 35% of the primary vote. Liberal Party have got no policies. And this is why parties like One Nation are going up, because we're listening to grassroots people. We're not afraid to get out there on the ground with them and actually converse, listen and understand the problems that are being caused by the two major parties. I'm not just saying this is Labor, this is Liberal as well.